Ah, Limsa Lominsa. Very good, very good. Of course, we're not all here on pleasure. We do have business to attend to. Hello, ma'am. Do you require assistance? A lowly adventurer such as myself could help with. Oh boy. Ah, Limsa Lominsa. Former disreputable haven for pirates, now one of the Rome's finest city-states, boasting a peerless shipping industry and an enviable culinary culture. Oh, how it bustled. The tomes did not lie. Oh good, we have a tourist. Well, here I am, Mother, in faraway Eorzea. I will complete this mission, just you watch. In your noble name, and as first of my class, I will succeed. Hey, that hat looks familiar. And afterwards, perhaps I shall invite our esteemed alumna Alize for tea at the Bismarck. I'll be the envy of everyone. Yeah! Yes. My apologies, good madam. I failed to notice you. I am Lala Jin... What? Excuse me? What is your name? Lala Jinjal. A native of Charlian. By your appearance, I assume you are an adventurer. Are you perchance well-traveled in Eorzea? You could say that. So you are! How very fortuitous. And Gala is your name, you say? I swear I heard it somewhere before. In any event, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. As for myself, I am an operative on a mission from the Forum, our nation's governing body. This being my first time in Eorzea, I studied as best I could in preparation, but there is no substitute for locals' knowledge. Thus did I intend to hire an adventurer like yourself to serve as my escort. The mission is the pursuit and capture of fugitives, and thus it will entail some danger. But you appear to be no stranger to such. Might you be willing to assist me in this endeavor? Yeah, sure, you want the grand tour? I know Limsa like the back of my hand. Oh, that's new. Ah, wonderful! While I have some skill with a blade and can fend for myself, I shall be glad of your capable company. Now then, ere I divulge the particulars of my mission, we should head somewhere a bit more private. Perhaps outside the city, by the Zephyr Gate? The Zephyr Gate, huh? Lala? Forgive me if I seem overly cautious. This mission is highly confidential. For the wrong people to learn of it, my superiors would give me an earful. I believe we may speak freely here, so permit me to brief you on the details. As I mentioned, I am on the trail of fugitives, criminals who fled Charlian and came to these shores. Extremely dangerous individuals who have enhanced themselves via forbidden means which have rendered them unsound of mind. While in a state of delirium, one of their compatriots even committed murder. He died thereafter due to the side effects of his enhancement, but 3 others remain at large and pose a threat to innocence. Their leader, Aviera Merrill, is also alleged to have stolen valuable technological secrets. By way of reference material, I brought this soul crystal. What in the world? I've never known soul crystals to give out such heat before. It's finally cooled down. But what could have triggered that intense reaction? Not even at the studium did I ever witness such a thing. But maybe it was you? Man, that sounds weird. The technological secrets which were stolen were contained in a similar crystal. This particular sample has been loaned to me by a healing institute in Charlian. Tell me, Gala, in the course of your adventures, have you ever fervently wished to save someone? But failed to do so despite your best efforts, and afterwards cursed your own powerlessness? Doesn't stop me from trying to save who I can. Forgive me if my question was indelicate, but there can be no doubt. Soul Crystal resonated with that desire within you. When I received the crystal, I was told that, should it respond in this manner to my Eorzean collaborator, I should entrust him to them. But the knowledge it imparts, the knowledge of somanotics, would surely avail me in my mission. Developed at the studium, somanotics is a discipline. I'm pronouncing that wrong. Somanotics. Just go with it. Just go with it. It's a discipline which combines the wisdom of medicine, aetherology, and sorcery. And those who have mastered it are called sages. Though, through medicine, a sage grasps the workings of the flesh. Through aetherology, she unlocks the secrets of the soul, and through sorcery, she learns to manipulate too. Thus trained, a sage has the ability to both strengthen and heal. Yet, by the same token, she is also capable of the opposite, of causing harm. Not just anyone can take up the sage's art. No, one must be prepared to hold the lives of others in one's hand. You're willing to bear such a burden, Gala. If you are, would swear to use the art for good, I shall entrust this soul crystal to you. Oh, right. I need to be like level 70. Hold on. Don't worry about that. So, have you come to a decision? Then I will bear witness to your pledge. Do you swear to use the sage's art for good, and to wield its power to the best of your judgment and ability? Yeah, sure. Excellent. Chosen as you are by the crystal, I had faith that you would rise to the occasion. When those around you cry out for succor, the crystal shall be your ally, for it bears the wisdom of sages past and their hopes for the future. By hearkening to their whispers and following in their footsteps, you will come to embody those hopes, to save and change countless lives. Lest you worry how you will learn the arts, I can provide guidance, to an extent, in any case. During my time at the studium, I had occasion to study somnotics, you see. I wasn't gifted in spellcraft and came to favor steel. I remember the lessons and will share what I know. Together with the soul crystal, I shall provide you with a set of sage's garments. So, go on, take up your crystal and don your attire, and we shall begin your training. Alright. We have Sage, the currently final healer job added to Final Fantasy XIV, though that may change in a year as of recording. Okay. Same as always, we just equip... Oh, right, maybe I should get the gear. Okay. No. Don't reassign to monk. Give me a new one. And we'll do that later. We'll figure that out. Okay. Oh God. I need to figure out how this works. Okay, I will be right back, as usual. Okay. Okay. I believe I understand how this works. And if it works how I believe it works, it's very, very interesting. First impressions, I'm getting, like, it's a weird mix of white mage with a small bit of scholar. Just without the fairy. In fact, the fairy is just Cardia. Well, time to actually go through the tutorial. I see the crystal has imparted to you its knowledge, as expected. Excellent. You are ready to embark on your training, and naturally it begins with the armaments, a set of short staves known as newliths. Newliths trace their roots to healers of Eld, who employed naturally occurring objects of power known as adder stones. These stones, which harbor spiritual energy, were placed around the sick and ailing to create an etheric confluence through which the healer channeled her magics. From this primitive design, newliths gradually evolved into their present form. While their construction is far more sophisticated, the basic principle remains unchanged. In practice, the sage wields newliths as an extension of her mind, sending them darting through the air to weave the arcane patterns through which she unleashes advanced magics. If they sound difficult to wield, well, it is because they are. Even the studium's most talented require years of training to become proficient. But you have an advantage that transcends talent. The crystal has chosen you. With its knowledge, the technique will come more naturally to you than others. Now, as much as I would like to have you try your hand with the newliths at once, I've just received promising intelligence from Command. Apparently, our fugitives have taken themselves to Idleshire, in the Dravanian hinterlands. Let us make our way there at once. Most important, I did... Oh my god, it's just a pair of glasses. Adorable. Look at her. Well, back to Idleshire. I would say it's been a while, but I've been here yesterday. There she is. Ah, so this is Idleshire. Oh, the tales do not do the place justice. Truly impressive what the goblins and their fellow scavengers have managed to build upon the ruins of our colony. But, to the task at hand, as I mentioned before, we have reason to believe that the fugitives have recently passed through this town. They may even still be here. For the sake of efficiency, I suggest we split up and search. I will see to the town south, if you could tend to the north. Sure. Traversing the rebuilt ruins of Charlian City. I mean, it's not really that much of looking if it tells you exactly where you have to go. Help! Please, somebody, please! I need help! Did you hear that? That man is in trouble. What? Stop this at once! They're not gonna let me click through it at my own pace. A sage's barrier. Loifa. Too many eyes and ears. We'd best leave. I don't know who you are, and I don't care. Do not get in our way again. You've been warned. Wait! Shit! It was them, our fugitives. Why did their leader protect you? Ugh. Such questions must wait. We must render aid to this man. Render aid to the refined man. Yeah, sure. Aiding! Oh my god. Why is that funny? I don't know. I've been recording too long today. My brain is fried. Thank you. Had you not intervened when you did, I dread to think what might have become of me. Permit me to introduce myself. Eldrene of Charlian, at your service. Truly. I am Charlian too. A recent graduate of the studium, in fact. Would you mind telling us what happened? Oh, that an alumna should come to my rescue. Valiak watches over his own. As for what happened, what is there to say? I was going about my business when they set upon me, without warning or provocation. I see. What is your business, if you don't mind my asking? Healing. The provision of it, that is. I am a sage, you see, and I travel the realm, providing treatment gratis to those who cannot afford it. A sage besides. Speaking of which, one of your assailants, the Vieira man, also wielded sage magic. Was he known to you? No. I had never so much as laid eyes upon him before. I do have an inkling, however, as to why the villains have come here. If they use the sage's art for ill, then their destination is like to be Saint Mocaine's Arboretum. The Arboretum? What could they possibly seek in that abandoned place? Following the Exodus, the cultivation of certain plants became forbidden in Charlian, but that which can no longer be found in the motherland still grows freely there, among which are potent but dangerous herbs. I see. That does stand to reason, and I dare say it was for your knowledge that the fugitives attacked you. You two are a sage, yet you do not appear to be Charlian. Where'd you come by your soul crystal? The good people of Scythes Technon had entrusted the crystal to me, and when it exhibited a strong resonance than Gala's presence, I in turn entrusted it to her. Then you were chosen to inherit. Is aught amiss, Master Faldrene? No, 'tis nothing. I was but struck by the remarkable providence to have crossed paths with sages so far from home. Ours is a reclusive nation, after all. Our policy to observe, interfere. This did not sit well with me, so I left Charlian behind, as the great Master Louis Soir once did. And though I would never dare equate myself to him, I too believe it is... Wow, fuck me. I too believe it my duty to alleviate suffering in the world. Ah, so that's what brought you to Eorzea. You are a noble soul, Master Faljonet, and I commend your resolve. Well, I must return to the road. I thank you again for coming to my aid. Till the next we meet, let us both endeavor to seek out new knowledge and possibilities for the betterment of mankind. Let us head to St. McCain's Arboretum at once. Given what we know of the fugitives, I had considered that they might be after knowledge sealed in the Great Google Library, but Master Faljonet presents a compelling theory. And for an all but proven theory of my own, our quarry have clearly enhanced themselves with sage magic. I had suspected as much given what they stole, but the leader's actions earlier leave little room for doubt. Gives us any greater insight into who they are or their ultimate goal. Regardless, to use a sage's soul crystal for ill is unforgivable. I will not rest until these criminals have been brought to justice. Right, to the Arboretum. Our mission aside, I dare say it would be an ideal place for your training. Yeah, sure, let me... Oh god, what is a quick way to get out of here? There really is only one Aether shard here. I think I can lock this. I think my layout is okay. Freedom's over this way. Thankfully, it's not too far. By the scholar, so this is St. McCain's Arboretum. In the illustrations, I did not think it would be so immense. It may interest you to know that this place holds special meaning to sages. From ancient strains to crossbred creations, myriad medicinal plants have been cultivated within its halls. Alas, in the wake of the Exodus 15 years ago, this once magnificent institution has fallen into ruin. Still, there is a certain charm in seeing nature reassert her dominion. Why, it must be a veritable menagerie of rare wildlife within. I should like to spend a day studying them, the old guy in hand. Forgive me. This isn't a field trip, but a mission. Our objective is to find the fugitives, and failing that, clues that will lead us to them. Please see to your preparations. Perhaps practice with your spells would not go astray, and we shall venture in. Well, I feel confident. The progress of the battle will be saved at certain points. Okay. Are we 95? There's no way. Okay, 336, but yeah, no, I am almost 385. Keep your eyes peeled and your guard up. So you're the tank and I get to heal you. This is someplace we've never actually been through in our playthrough yet, so yeah. Shall we practice some sumonautical fundamentals? To begin with, cast Cardia on me. The spell will establish a magical link between us. The residual ether of your attacks will be channeled unto me, healing my wounds as you deal damage to our foes. Yes, just so. Let us continue on. Sizable fiend ahead. I believe this calls for a barrier. This time, augment your spells using Eucrasia, then cast Eucrasian Diagnosis. This will bestow a barrier on me that provides both protection and healing. So Eucrasia and then Diagnosis. Excellent. Now we may proceed with confidence. So the interesting thing about Sage, I can get away so it's not as loud. I did say it's a little bit like White Mage and a little bit like Scholar, but more so that you're the fairy. Anytime you attack your enemies, whoever has Cardia, like you can only have one person with Cardia on you at a time, actually gets healed a little bit. It's not a sizable heal, but it's something. Let's head further into the Arboretum. Around me. I just go... okay. Interesting, okay. Okay, that's an attack. Maybe let's swap those. Yeah, boy. Okay. Flurry of tiny bubbles break the water surface at regular intervals. Some manner of creature hiding under the lily pad, perhaps. Okay, it just timing out doesn't give me a gem. Okay. More of the same plant fatigue. Where could it possibly be? Hmm. Scythes. Someone recently fought here, a proficient wielder of magic. The fugitives may be close. Be on your guard. Oh, hey. Fugitives! In the name of the Forum, I demand you surrender yourselves at once. Of all the weapons to bear against us. No matter. I warned you once, and I won't warn you again. Alright. Okay, I see that. And then has a 40-second reflex timer, so maybe not the greatest. Oh, I can use like really... It is a 6-yard range? Okay. Okay, I think I understand how this works now. That's the wrong button. Oh shit, you're actually using cover, okay. Okay, yeah, I think I got this. Really only having one attack definitely helps. Hey, buddy, your health's going down really quickly. Okay, alright, I think I understand how Sage works. I don't suppose it wouldn't hurt to watch a guide, just to get like to refine the basics, but it's... Once again, Scholar refuses to be... played. I don't know. Leifa, we don't have time for this! You hold your own against the Enhanced. But that's enough sport for now. The mission takes precedence. Ah, damn it, not again! What's this? The pouch they dropped contained the plant. What they came for, I shouldn't doubt. It's some manner of herb, but none I've seen in the course of my studies. As I made my way out, I also stumbled upon what appears to be a diary by the entrance. Though much of its contents are magically obfuscated, I could make out some hermeneutical terms, though we may assume it belonged to a sage. As we continue our pursuit, I will work on lifting the enchantment. When you have a moment, please feel free to peruse the contents in idle shop. On that note, let us head back to the settlement. Can't take me with you. Okay. Oh, you're inside. Why does everyone want to be inside? Jeez. There's so much space to the city and everyone wants to be in... I've dispatched the plant to Charlian for identification. When we learn what it is, I believe we will gain insight into the village's objective. Now, tell me, Gala, have you been practicing with the Nulus while I wasn't looking? I ask because, even with the crystal's knowledge, you demonstrated remarkable proficiency. Regardless, 'tis plain you have a gift for the art. The sages whose memory reside in the crystal must be beaming with pride. Though, sometimes I cannot help but wonder. The sage's art was created for the betterment of mankind. Why then does it incorporate techniques which inflict harm? And the fugitives? What could have compelled them to spurn our homeland's prescribed policy, as Master Louis Sois and Master Faldrenet have? Yeah, but I mused to no avail. It'll be a while before we hear back regarding the plant. Until we do, please take the opportunity to continue honing your skills. As you go about your training, remember to heed the voices within your soul crystal. Do so, and your predecessors will surely grant you the wisdom to protect those you hold dear. A Diary of a Sage is now available for perusal. More entries will become legible as you progress through the story. Well, unfortunately, we're not continuing that now. Quite a while. Oh boy. However, that isn't the only job that was added to level 70. Unfortunately, I have to go halfway across the world for it, so, oh boy. Look what they're making me do. Come to all the way to Ulda. On a Saturday. All the way to Ulda. Yeah, hi. What's wrong with you? Ah. You there! You're the fighting sort, yes? By the looks of it, one of mean skill. My employer is in desperate need of a woman of your talents, you see. He's been beset by threats from an unsavory group of thugs known as the Lemures. Their leader demands my master part with some of his considerable wealth, or, well, I'll just tell you they call her the Reaper, and leave the rest to your imagination. We don't intend to acquiesce to these churlish demands without a fight. A stout arm by our side would go far to ensure our survival. Your arm, perhaps? In case the opportunity to perform a good deed isn't enticement enough, please be reminded that my master possesses considerable wealth. My goodness. If you would aid us, come with haste to the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, where we would stand against these brutes. Get paid? Beat people up? Say no more. Hey, what the hell? Why are you, what the hell? I'm just gonna ignore what I saw. Uh-huh. Ah! You! I know why you're here, and if you mean to lay a finger on my coin purse, you'll have to pry it from my cold, lifeless... Master Gigilio. She's a friend. This adventurer has agreed to help. We'll show the Reaper what her empty intimidations are worth. I see. My apologies, madam. Tensions have been high as of late, as I'm sure you can understand. That, for reasons that elude me, these Lemures have made my life a walking nightmare. Sight unseen, they have demanded I begin paying them for the luxury of my own life. Rumors abound of their origins. Some say that they are the detritus of some barbaric nation. They flout our laws and threaten their betters with impunity. They're led by a dead-eyed killer who draws her scythe at the smallest sight. Refuse their payments of coin, and she takes her share of your lifeblood instead. Rubbish, I say. The Reaper is naught but a toothless bandit. Interesting theory. Okay, go off there. Care to test it? You're the Reaper. Oh, you're a perceptive one, ain't you? Suppose that's how you came to be in possession of so many shiny things. And what do we have here? Hiring more help while our ledgers remain unbalanced? You wouldn't be trying to wriggle your way out of paying us for a job well done, would you? What's this about? Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about? Sights unseen? My, how do you keep the lies straight? You didn't tell your hired muscle here what great friends we were. It's so great, in fact, that you trusted none other than me and mine to put the scare into your competition. A job we were happy to do. You can't find your fortune in this fair city without stepping over a few bodies on the way, after all. But as flexible as our morals are, I'm afraid without the coin to bend them, we only have one recourse. Unless... Why are you looking at me like that? One does wonder how you found yourself with a bodyguard of such uncommon metal. Aye, not an ounce of fear in that case, and not a mote of puffed-up arrogance either. This last, my dear Gigilio, is the genuine article. Thanks. She has what we in the mercenary trade call the killer instinct. How's this? For the sake of our long-standing friendship, I'll make it simple. Allow me to take this adventure off your hands, and the debt is forgiven. What? That's all? Oh. I didn't mean to double-click there. As for you, adventurer, it seems you've been made a free agent. But if you're still inclined to put those instincts of yours to use, come and visit our headquarters in Pearl Lane. The door's open. You're welcome for being collateral, I guess? Please, you must do as the Reaper asked. If you don't, I fear she might return for her wages, and this time demand interest. Yeah, fuck you too, I guess. God, I hate this city. Boss told me you'd be coming along. Coming in? Sure. Hello? Boss, the guest of honor has arrived. Ah, the savior of Alamigo and Doma deigns to appear before me. Aye, I've heard all about you. It's hard not to in this line of work. Stories paint you as ferocity incarnate, a force of nature few have survived. Peace, friend. I've no desire to put the killer to the proof personally. I don't have a death wish. You can call me Drusilla. I'm a Reaper, one of many, and the leader of this little family here. As to why I invited you into our home, there's a job I'd like you to take care of for me. Depends. Oh no, don't you worry that virtuous heart of yours, eh? I wouldn't ask you to do so much as bend the law. This job is purely for the benefit of your fellow man. All you have to do is kill one. Perhaps kill ain't the right word, seeing as he's already dead. You don't be chasing after ghosts either, if that's your worry. Just avoid scent, using some poor sap's body as a vessel to unleash its singular brand of wickedness upon the world. It'll be an easy task. The evil driving this monster is black as the void and near as deep. Countless souls have succumbed to its hunger. Worthy prey for one inclined to heroics, don't you think? You can't face it as you are, though. Sword is your strength, maybe. I'll need to train you in techniques. Techniques that'll let you pierce the void and slaughter its kin. Keep talking. New ways to kill people? Hell yeah. Huh. Don't see many Garleans in Ul'dah, do ya? Well, no one's as savage as this. The Savior's startled gasps. I'm not out of surprises yet. Okay, that was cool. Hold your hand out to the crystal here. If you're made of the stuff I think you are, then you're in for a treat. It's not gonna burn my hand. I heard that's an issue with some of these. Hi. That's it. I knew you had what it takes. This be an avatar. Manifestation of your essence and the Stygian power of the Void Center on the other side. A Void Center to which, if you so choose, you will bind to yourself. I'm sorry, what? You'll gain skills unlike anything you've ever known. Skills that have allowed people like me to operate in the shadows and kill those that need killing since time immemorial. And your first assignment, should you walk this path, is to use the power of one void sent against another for the betterment of the realm. Your reward will be the wisdom of countless generations of Garlean assassins. But if siding with my kind makes your stomach churn, then... What? Hold on, I can't read that fast, ma'am. Okay, alright, boil down to... You think it's so high and mighty you can fuck right off. Yeah, sure, you could just say that, man. However, if you've none of the aforementioned objections, and you don't mind walking the knife's edge twixt life and death, then you'll have the tools to see your justice done, undone right. Every time. This is the choice you must make, and soon. Every moment our quarry stalks the line is another opportunity for it to do harm. Ma'am, you could have told me you had like jazz like this and I'd be on board from the start. I take it you've come to a decision. Am I right? There'll be no turning away once you've chosen, mind you. You'll dance with death in return as its envoy, or you won't return at all. So, what'll it be? I'm not much of a dancer. No, you've taken up Dancer Girl. You just haven't leveled it. Very good. Then let's not waste time. Take up this crystal and attest to both worlds that you walk as a Reaper. Bind yourself to the void and claim the strength that the weak of heart shun. Through the avatar at your side does the void send bring its power to bear, feeding upon the souls of the fiends you cut down in return. Not a bad arrangement, eh? But I'm sure you tire of words. Here, the traditional weapon of our order. Let's see how it looks strapped to your back. Alright. We now have Reaper. A class I know next to nothing about. I'm sure it'll be fine. I don't know. Equip it. Oh, yes. Add a new set. And we get to do the thing we did before. I gotta fucking... the spar. way. I'll be right back. Okay. I think I figured something out, but I'm not sure. Well, only one way to find out. How do you find the way to the scythe in your hearts? Pleasing, I hope. Now that we have a bit more in common, it's time we became better acquainted. What's the name of our newest reaper? Carla. Doesn't quite roll off the tongue, but so it is with Eorzean names. Every new one I learn, one more is forgotten. Yours can replace Gigi Leo. After our little conversation, I think he'll give us a wide berth. On a road, we've more worthwhile concerns than shifty merchants. Namely, getting you conversed well and proper in the tricks of our trade. The best way to do that is through battle. When the family is having trouble with a particularly vexing fiend, and has sent word asking for assistance. He goes by the name of Onegus, and he's stationed out near Cutter's Cry. Not much of a fighter, but he's got a keen mind for trade, and can find a needle in a stack of needles if need be. We'd best hurry before he ends up at the bottom of some monster's gullet. Okay. Hello. Very fancily dressed. Boss, who's this? Are you sure we should be getting an outsider involved? Thank you for your discretion, Negus, but it ain't needed. She has a personal contract with me, so consider her a mercenary in service to the family. Whatever you'd say in front of me, you can say in front of her. By your will, boss. Chimera has been making these sounds a living hell for anyone who dares to wander in its territory, which be us. Our trade route cuts right through it. The men I have hired to carry my goods are scared to death. I can't blame them. None of us are fit for monster hunting, so I sent for you. We'll see what we can do, Negus. Might want to find a rock to hide behind, though. Chimeras ain't known for being the most discriminating of beasts. What was the look for? Time to put your new skills to good use, scholar. Ready, are we? Of course it would send me back to Cutter's Cry, although I'm interested to see, yeah, no, really, both Endwalker jobs have you go through, technically, a truncated old dungeon. Let's get on with the hunt, eh? I need to draw out the Chimera with Myrmidon meat. Now, to accustom yourself to the Reaper's tools, harvest the souls of the fallen to call forth your avatar. So Reapers can summon their avatar by filling their soul gauge. The soul gauge will fill when performing combos starting with Slice, or when using skills such as Soul Slice. The best Reapers fight in tandem with their avatars. Let's see how you do. Okay, so it needs... So to summon the gauge needs to be filled, and the gauge fills by doing combos and by killing things that have death's design on them. avatar will help you strike fear into the hearts of your foes. A gibbet will hurt him from the flank, and gallows will surprise him from behind. If you're getting swarmed, use guillotine to carve yourself some space. The Chimera won't be able to resist the smell of blood. Be sure to soak these sands in it. Okay, so that's why all three of them lit up. Oh, wait. But gallows and gibbets go into each other. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. Oh. Alright, time to see if I understand how a Reaper works. Okay, so long as you can keep the combo going. This is, oh, unveiled gibbet. Oh, okay, I see. Alright, that one was a lot quicker than the Sage one. Yeah, I think I understand how Reaper works. Bloody impressive work, that. I knew there was something about you, but truth be told, I didn't expect you to make such clean work of that Chimera. I reckon even I might be hard-pressed to match that display. You know, tell it when you see it, boss. And with that, the ceruleum will flow once more. What are you talking about? Among his many roles, Anagus is a merchant of sorts. He sells ceruleum at a price that'd make those gill pinchers at Amagina and Sons balk. But still turns a pretty profit. We can barely keep up with demand, despite the occasional beast or two butting into our affairs. All thanks to you, boss. And our countrymen up north, of course. Here's to getting back to business as usual. Interesting, so you're all Garleans. Cerulean ain't easy to come by, as you well know. Homogena and Sons protects their monopoly with a gilded fist. But they've yet to force the Imperial stragglers up north out of the market. Now, before you go running off to the flames, let me assure you that this arrangement is entirely above board. Selling goods to Imperials is forbidden by law, but there's nary a word writ about buying from them. I know you Eorzeans like to call Garleans by all sorts of colourful names. Bastards, tyrants, invaders. Aye, we've got all those and worse. But while many a foul deed has been committed for the glory of the Empire, I ain't megalomaniacs to a man. Even amongst the purebloods, those that serve don't always do so by choice. To be argued, we're all casualties of the great Machina's ambition. No small number of the Empire's troops would return home in a heartbeat if they could. But the world being what it is, most settle for sending their family what few coins they can afford to part with. Most of the Eorzeans wouldn't suffer a whit of colour to complicate their black and white view. If you're going to fight with us, you should learn the truth of our past. Long ago, but long before the Empire, our forebears lived in Locus Ammonius, down in southern Ilsabard. With temperate climes and fertile earth, the land provided. Many of us were but simple farmers, harvesting abundant crops with the self-same scythes the reapers would eventually yield. But gifts are ever the object of envy. When not tilling the fields, our ancestors were forced to defend them. Every year they yielded a few more ilms, and some 800 years ago now they were driven from Locus Ammonius completely. They fled north to the frozen region that would become Garlemald. Even there they fought tooth and nail for the scant resources of that frigid land. From the fires of hardship were the first magic devices forged. With innovation upon innovation, that humble group of farmers grew into an insatiable empire. But before that miraculous twist of fate, we were a dying breed, bereft not only of magic, but of hope itself. With no natural advantages to speak of, only a survival was in question. From harsh necessity were the Reapers born. We turned our tools to weapons and struck a bargain with the Whispers in the dark. With the Void's power, we could strike at an army's beaten heart, slay their generals and throw the rank and file into disarray. Our way is to end battles before the sparks catch, to sacrifice the one for the many, to keep avaricious hands away from family, friends and lovers. And now this power belongs to you. Remember our story. Remember what drives a woman to turn to the void, and you'll not be led onto deeper temptations. Our work here's done. I'll see you back at headquarters. Why am I getting on mount? Okay. Well, Lieutenant Gala, you heading in? For your first outing, you did good. I think you've earned the right to know just who this lot you've thrown yourself in with is. You might have gathered this yourself, but the Lemures were formed to support those Guardians who are living in exile. Ain't easy to be far from home, let alone in a place where most would sooner gut you than offer a helping hand. Off the only place to make a living is in the shadowy corners that lie outside the watchful gaze of the law. Now, I don't expect you to embrace us like brothers and sisters straight away, but I do know this. I do expect you to apply your shot to this job. In the meantime, I'll be working with the family to ascertain the whereabouts of our prey. I expect that site to be like an extension of your own body when next we speak. Sure, if you don't mind waiting. Well, I don't know, say a year? Oh boy. Well, that's everything done here. And that's both jobs that were added with Endwalker. Oh boy. I think we're gonna go rest. Oh god, I've been doing so much reporting. Good boy.